G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in Transport Fever. Welcome back to Fort Collins Steel Mill, where our train has just upgraded, and he is really itching to go. He's just sitting here, turning his steam wheel doodads around the things. I know that the circle things are called wheels, and the rest of it is powered by a giant kettle. Yeah, he's moving. Oh, look at that little guard hanging off the back. Hello. Actually, going from his outfit, I think he's more likely a vandal about to spray paint the back of our train. So, sir, please don't damage my train. So yes, this is the train we upgraded, I want to say last time. He now has a capacity of 312 steel, which is good, because when I loaded the game, we had like 350 steel waiting here. So it remains to be seen whether this will turn a profit or not, but I really hope it will, because, well, it cost a lot of money, and it's a big-ass monster train. Just off camera, I have paid down the rest of that loan we extended last time, so you can see we haven't paid loan interest for a couple of years. That is because I paid it off in time before the start of 1927, which started a month ago. I was hesitant. I thought we'd pay loan interest for the first time in God knows how long, but we didn't. I also chucked another couple of trucks on some underperforming routes just while I had the money and, while I was waiting for that cash to come in. And wow, those houses are close to the tracks. But yeah, so this is our new, something or other vehicle. What are you called? You're a something. It is a 412 2 Class 9000, which is apparently a fairly successful maintenance nightmare. I probably read that wrong, but I'm going to go with fairly successful maintenance nightmare. So if you were setting out to make a maintenance nightmare, you've succeeded. Well done. Why have we stopped? What's the red signal reasoning here there, champ? We're waiting for the train in front of us. Well, that's pretty sound logic if you ask me. So what are we doing today? I don't actually know. I probably should have thought about this before I kicked off the episode. I did notice we have a lot of passengers waiting at some of our stations, so we probably should go back and revisit some of our passenger routes to make sure they're still bringing in the goods. I noticed the River Line is quite successful through here, along with the Central Loop-de-Loop. The River Line being, this pokey old train here. The Loop-de-Loop we set up last time, and I think all the trains have bunched up, because when I cruised into Mount Importance earlier, yeah, everyone's waiting over here, and of course the train happens to be on this side, because of course it is. So they've got to wait for this train to get all the way back over there before it will pick them up. So, there's always that. We also still have another couple of towns to connect up. We've got a couple of farms up here I'd like to do something with. I mean, we've got this food processing plant over here. We've got an existing railway line. It's fate, isn't it? I also noticed before, when I was looking at the steel mill, we have a severe imbalance of coal to iron ore. And, I mean, it's not that much further away, so I'm not sure what the story is there. Which train are you? You're the iron ore train. So the iron ore train is killing it. Coal train less so. Is it because we have not upgraded the coal train? It would help if I clicked on the right thing. No, we've definitely upgraded the coal train. We did that a couple of years ago. So yeah, not 100% sure on why that's happening. But yeah, the steel mill is going quite well. Hopefully the steel train that we're running, keeps turning a profit. Finances, that's what I want to click on. So as you can see, overall, both of them are making a profit. I'm just hoping that both these train lengths are suitable, because obviously this is the slightly older one, given we replaced the original one with this 412 successful maintenance nightmare thing. Yeah, so what I would like to do is obviously connect up the last couple of towns, Laredo and Visalia. And I also want to have a connection either from Columbus or Toledo over to Midland to round out our network, and then we can just go around fine-tuning things, improving the trains, plumbing in more freight, more industries, etc., etc. One thing I did want to check up on, and I've forgotten about, how is the Minneapolis Interstate Freight doing now? Still quite poorly. Fantastic. So, that was obviously not money well spent. So, are you carrying anything? What are you doing? You're loading up with all of 7 crates of goods. Fantastic. Okay, so you don't want to take any tools or, machines or anything with you. It's just, 8 crates of goods. Wacko. Yeah, don't overload yourself there, Chief. What are you doing? You're carrying all the 4 things of food. Yep, that's another successful train. You're carrying 6 things of food. Wow. How about you, fella? You're 11 things of food. Yeah, so this line, not doing so well. Now, is it just the red signal, or have you stalled on the hill? I think it's just the red signal. I think we're okay. That is a really steep grade, though. You are doing a good job. That's almost too steep. I sort of feel that, yeah, we sort of need some sort of rack and pinion railway to get up that hill. But you know what? You keep on trucking. What are you doing? You're carrying 10 tools and 4 machines. Okay. So I'm wondering if we won't get more freight on that line by producing more up at these 2 factories here, or if we just have to scrap it and figure something else out. Because we're still producing the food down here. The abattoir here is going along swimmingly. In fact, we've actually started getting more food in there. Okay, look, last time, or the time before, or the time before that, or the time before that, or the time before that, I did promise I would truck some livestock down here onto the train. So maybe that's something we can do to try and eke a little bit more profit out of this line here. Because, yeah, as long as we don't have an oversupply of livestock coming in from anywhere else. No, you've actually cut production quite succinctly. You're doing well for yourself. How about over here? We still have a lot of livestock over here, so maybe we improve this train as well. Because you're getting a bit old, aren't you, fella? Oh, 17 years. No, okay. We'll leave him humming along. We do have a bit of oversupply of food up here, though. Let's start by working at the choke point. So well, these vehicles are getting old anyway. Okay, so how many we got? We got 6. So let's replace them all. With a more modern truck. Let's go the Mack, obviously. Duh. Yes, so smash that out, and let's chuck another 4 on there just to improve things into Ventura. 1, 2, 3, 4, and what was that? Ventura deliveries, I want to say? Yes, smashed it. Boom, nailed it. Everything's coming up Millhouse today. Good, so that will help with the bottleneck of food here, which means we can put more trains on to bring food down here if we need to transport that livestock out. But I'm thinking, yeah, rather than trying to move that livestock, because that's already a profit-making line, we bring the livestock from this farm down here to try and eke a bit of profit out of the old Minneapolis interstate freight line, because, yeah, currently that is woefully underperforming. So, bring the contours up. Yeah, it's a big hill, but at least it's loaded downhill, I guess. So what do we want? We want a medium street, I want to say. Or do we want a medium highway? I think we want a medium highway. Medium country road. Yeah, that'll do. Extra large country road. Ooh, this is nice and modern, isn't it? I'm okay with this. I am, a fan of this modernness. Now let's just bring it up the hill here. Over the top, we do not want to knock any fields over. Although it looks like we're going to have to knock down at least 1 to get to the farm, because this farm has neatly boxed itself in. So that's 280 grand as opposed to 25 grand. Yeah, that's okay. That's definitely something that's happened. Yep, that was an occurrence. That actually fits in really neatly. Apart from the slightly unrealistic fact that we've had to, put an embankment up to avoid encroaching on their fence, And then obviously the modern road just sort of ends at the farm because budget cuts. So we need some sort of truck stop here, please. Show me something cheaper. Show me something much cheaper. What about this side? We can get a little cheaper. We can do better. Come on. 19 grand's the cheapest I've seen. No, it's going up again. No, okay, 19 grand. Let's go back to that. That was bad there. Yeah. Let's do 20. Yep, 19.9. I'll take it. I'll deal. I'll deal with it. Right. Okay. I would like to improve the road. Let's use the magic wand. Terrain alignment collige. Okay, well, that's helpful. What about a small country road? You'll accept that. Okay, so budget cuts again. We improved the dirt road, but only a little bit. The highway comes up to about this point, and that's it. Budget did not allow us to go any further. Let's just say that's the truth. Cool. So now we need to set a new lineup. It's going to be pretty in pink. We're going from Rockford North, and we're going down to Minneapolis South. That seems appropriate. And we'll call this cattle. That would be autosave doing its thing. Yep. Cattle Rock to Min. I think it's Min. What did we decide on for Minneapolis? Do we have anything going into Minneapolis? There's that one. I don't actually think we've come up with an abbreviation for Minneapolis. Or if we have, I can't find it. So we're going with Min. That's quite appropriate. We'll make you full load up the top if you would be so kind, please. Nope, turn the map around, Dingus. Yep, nope, yep, there's the depot. There it is. Hello. Okay, and we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just picked that number out of my head. And that is cattle rocked them in. Good. So that will put at least some freight on the trains from Minneapolis down to Orange Abattoir down there, which, you know, it's probably like using a thimble to try and bail out the Titanic, but we might get somewhere. Every little cent counts. And I mean, look, we're not hurting financially. Even with the expenditures we've spent, you know, it's $1 million on new vehicles and blah, blah, blah. We're still up by about 23 million so far this year. So we're doing all right for money. I just want to make sure all of our lines are, you know, financially profitable as opposed to morally profitable. Yeah. So let's have, okay, well, I did not mean to click on that. I just wanted it to, there we go. So far the Minneapolis interstate freight is still the big loser. The central loop-de-loop has yet to come into its own. It is not doing so well for itself. But again, only a couple of years old. We got to wait for that to really run in because, yeah, I mean, the central loop-de-loop, obviously that's the one that's going Minneapolis and going all the way around the middle here. Still a new route, still waiting for people to get on board, so to speak. So there's a train there. See, he's carrying 30 people. He's started turning a profit. Eventually, they will all be turning a profit, I'm fairly sure. See, wildly popular. In fact, I think it's so popular we probably need more trains already. I think I underestimated how many trains we would need to cover this great distance because, yeah, all of the stations have a lot of people waiting for the loop-de-loop. So where's a convenient depot on that line we can build trains at? There's one. Let's see, what were we building there? We were using I think it was the Atlantic. I want to say Atlantic. I've built the Atlantic. Ooh, we have a new electric locomotive. It's from Switzerland. It's a commonplace locomotive, and it's very hard wearing. So I don't know what that means. So good for it. So I think we had 5 carriages. I should just really look it up. 5 carriages. Yes, good. Okay, good. How many trains did we actually have on that line? That is a lot of stations. Let's be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, now we have 12. Because, you know, let's just keep the good times rolling. Central loop-de-loop, please. In fact, they've picked perfect timing because they're going to follow a central loop-de-loop train out. You know, further increasing their cost benefit, whatever. Cool. That's a thing that's happening. And the steel mill is chugging along nicely. Good to see. 274. Hopefully we've got a steel train coming in. We do. And that's a big profit earned too. I'm really happy with how these steel trains are doing. So, I mean, I will upgrade them eventually, but not just yet because this bloke here is actually making some good coin. Finances, yeah, okay. So I'm assuming we're waiting for the other one to cash in. You're working your way up the hill. 60 odd Ks now. You're doing quite well for yourself. This will be your first run by the looks of it with the new train. So I think we've timed this perfectly. I'm keen to see how he does when he cashes in. Yeah, here we go. Coming into the siding now. This is very exciting. Probably shouldn't get this excited. Probably shouldn't get my hopes up. It's too late. I'm already... Let's get unload. Probably built that up to too much of a climax too early because, you know, he's still going to get the entire length of this ridiculously large station. But I should probably edit that out. I won't because I'm lazy and I just like to hit, you know, whatever. But, yeah, you know, that's definitely a thing that's happened. So, let's see how we go here and then how much of that steel ends up getting shipped over to the factory. Because obviously this here is a choke point as we increase the length of the steel trains. We're going to need more and more trucks or even some sort of shunting train to take it over. 7.4 million. That is really respectable. I'm quite happy with how that's going. And going by his speed up the hill, I just pointed at the screen again. I have no idea why. He can, in fact, haul a longer, heavier train, which is good to know. So if we do need to increase capacity, the next train we build will be this engine here with probably, I don't know, another 300 or so wagons. So got a fair bit of steel now waiting over here. What's that? That's 57 steel, so I'm going to chuck another couple of trucks on that route there just to make sure everything is humming along nicely. So I'll put another 4 on there. I cannot remember what that line was called. I know it's Lakewood something or other. There it is. That's not it. That's not it. Now bollocks. Oh no, it's called steel or something, isn't it? We called it Steel Planks Plastic Lake. There we go. You guys go out. And I should probably replace some old trucks while I'm replacing. No, that's build new trucks, dummy. That's not the window I want. This is. Okay, cool. Yeah, vehicles. Here we go. That's done it. Okay, so all of our trains are doing fine. But, wow, we really have neglected our road vehicles, haven't we? Yeah, I'm going to get about replacing some of these, and I'll be right back. Yeah, so while I was replacing our road vehicles, I came upon this fella who most certainly is not a road vehicle. He is a train that brings stone from, where is it, Midland, I think? Midland down to Upper Fort Collins here. So, yeah, he's looking a bit tired. I'm pretty sure the only thing keeping him going is the rust. You know, we just, the thing is held together by rust and, you know, good intentions. So, I mean, the wagons there, that's all the termites holding hands to keep the timber in the wagons. And, yeah, I think it's time we replaced him with something a bit more modern. So, yeah, I wanted to do that on camera because, obviously, trains are life. So, looking at our options, we've got the 412-2, probably overkill. We also have the Mogul, which is also overkill, or the Prussian, which is probably underkill. We also do have this Class 75-4, that is a German fella, but I'm thinking it's only a short route, and it might be time we actually imported something, because, well, I don't want to go over the top, you know, with a massive tender engine for such a short train. So we'll chuck on some gondolas here. We'll say 8. We'll say 9, and then we'll give him the obligatory caboose just to try and Americanize this little fella here, because, you know, cabooses are cool. So hit replace now. That's 6 million. That is money we can afford. Oh, God, it feels good to be able to hit that replace button without having to panic about not having enough money. Tucson Sawmill's having a sook. What's your problem? Try to ship more items. Well, the problem's clearly not at this end because, well, that train is full, except for the... Apparently he's carrying 1 log. That looked like 4 logs. 1, 2, 3... That's 5 logs. Don't you bullshit me. But he is leaving with pretty much a full load of planks, so I'm not sure what you're complaining about. Is there a backlog of planks somewhere else? There are a few planks up here, but they would be related to Orlando Sawmill. So I don't know what the problem is. There's no backlog of planks here. Yep, okay. Well, you do you, buddy. If you want to keep complaining, and there you go. You've realised it and you've stopped complaining. How's Mount Important Storm, by the way? Still waiting for that train to show up. It'll get there eventually. It does occur to me that the central loop-de-loop is probably a bit long. But, you know, eventually we'll... well, there goes one of our steel trains. Yeah, look at that. That's a profit graph I can get behind. Yeah, it occurs to me the central loop-de-loop might be a tiny bit long. Why do I have points there? Oh, well, I'm sure there's a reason for it. Yeah, so because of the amount of distance the trains take, if they do bunch up like these two seem to have... Yeah, that was good word spacing there. Seem to have. Then, yeah, we end up with a lack of trains in other parts of the network. So hopefully the extra trains I chucked on will go some way towards relieving them. Why are you making a loss? You're carrying passengers. Come on. Come on, buddy. You're better than this. Make a profit when you get to Columbia, please. Come on. I'm watching you. Hey, come on. You got a reasonably decent load of people on board. You're going to connect with this train down here, which is looking a bit tired. That's the Southern Line. Hey, he's doing a good job. You're the same train. You should be doing a good job too. Come on. Yeah. Cash in, please. Let's see that green bar get a bit higher. Yeah. Any minute now. Yeah. Come on. Up. No, we're just gonna. Okay, that's good. Good thing there's another one right behind you carrying 6 people. I'm sure he's doing fantastically. Yeah, he's doing even worse. I'm sure that line will balance itself out. That is a lot of coal. Okay. I'm wondering why we have an imbalance of coal and iron ore. Do we have too much iron ore sitting at the steel mill or something? No, we've got the same amount there. Oh, we've got a new tram too. That's exciting. So I'm not sure why there's so much coal waiting, but I'm just going to leave it because obviously we don't want an imbalance of coal and iron ore at the steel mill. Otherwise, you know, we'll have transport tycoon levels of tantrum occurring. Yeah, that's something we're keen to avoid. Now, how are we doing up here? Wow, we've got a lot of plastic waiting here. Clearly, the tool factory is a roaring success. We've got plenty of plastic coming in to make machines, obviously along with the planks. Good. Keep high production upgrade in 5 months. Yes, okay, so we want to keep this machine factory pumping so that it increases production. So we've got a bit of a bottleneck on the old deliveries front. We've got a lot of tools waiting to go in there. Snigger. So we'll chuck another couple of trucks on that route for sure. We'll go to the Mac AC there. What did we say that was? Something or other, tools deliveries. Lakewood, there it is. That's the one there. Good, yes, okay. What else have we got here? Got a bit of food, which is obviously coming down here because the route out of here is at capacity. Yeah, Lakewood goods deliveries could easily take another few trucks there as well. So we'll go another 4 on that one. Lakewood goods deliveries, because yeah, any oversupply on the goods deliveries is being routed onto the steel planks plastic, so all this food here does not need to go on that route there. Something else I noticed is Lakewood has started expanding to the other side of the station, because I think the game tries to expand the town equidistant from its centre. No, that can't be right, because why would it be expanding over here when it's got all this vacant land over here? Maybe it wants to expand around the station, and of course we can't connect the station up because of this fancy railway line here. So I'm just going to do a bit of sneaky pause button action, because I don't want to break everything, and you know I will anyway. That's what autosave's for. So we're going 2 tracks again, obviously, and we need to make sure we get the length right. So I think it's 160. Yeah, is that too long? 120? No, 160 is fine. Okay. 1 building will be removed. I don't know why. I'm just upgrading it. It's a bit confusing. We'll update the station building. Oh, that knocks down another one. No, okay. No, we want to keep as many buildings as possible. So what I want to have is another street connection there. So let's just apply that. Nothing broke. Everything is fine. No warnings. This is good. So I now want to, and I don't know if it'll fit, I want to remove this railway line here, put a road in here, and then try and bridge back over the top of it. Yeah, I know. Famous last words. I can hear you all shaking your heads. That's right. I can hear you shaking your heads. That's how that goes. So I realize that's broken literally everything. Yeah, I know, right? So that probably won't bridge over the top of it. So I don't know why I built it, because I'm going to need to drop it down a bit. There we go. That's the sort of thing we're going to be able to get a bridge across. Not a massive fan of this bit at the end, though. So from here, if you could make a much smoother junction, that would be super duper. Good. Now, it should just be a matter of connecting the track up. No, of course it's not. Why would it be? No overhead, thank you. Yeah, that's... Oh, there we go. Hang on. We got a bridge. We got a bridge. Now, if I back it off a bit more up the hill, we might be able to get a smoother bridge out of that. So let's just shooby whoop there. Shooby whoop is now a descriptive term for construction, by the way, just in case you missed the memo. So we've increased the grade a bit here, but obviously we'll be able to smooth this out in good time. That's too modern. That's too concretey. That's all right. I don't like the one pillar. If we could go away that has... Okay, I don't like the one pillar there, but putting it over there doesn't help anyone. Yeah, let's just go with the green bridge. That looks all right. And then obviously we've got a bit of a dip here that I want to get rid of as well. So we'll now back this off and then try and connect that up again like that. And that's just, yeah, increase the embankment, but hopefully it's smoothed everything out a bit there. Now what that's done is that has given us a bit of connection from the station over to this side of town, which is good. And then to finish that off, what I want to do is run a bus route sort of from the center of town up and around here, just to bring people from sort of the areas that the station doesn't have catchment to. So this catchment ends sort of here, I think, somewhere around here. And this station's catchment ends, it's hard to tell. Yeah, here. Okay, so we've only got a very small amount that's actually missed out. But, you know, I just save people walking. Let's be very, very helpful here. Oh, that's a fancy looking thing. That's a tram stop. Okay, good work, me. So we've got the City Circle route running at the moment, which is going down this street. So I'd like to have another couple of bus stops here, please. And I'll drop a couple in here because I suspect we'll eventually end up with houses over here. Drop another couple up there. Obviously, we want a couple outside the station so people can walk to the station. We'll drop another couple here in this sort of dead zone. And we'll drop another couple down here. We can put some in later on this section. I'm not too keen to have them there right now. And obviously, let's see, we've already got a bus route coming in here, so we can probably come into town this way. So we've already got a bus stop there, so we might double up on that one. And then we need to somehow get through the center of town back over to the start of the route, which is over here. So let's see, if we're coming through this bus stop here, we can probably come up this road here. In fact, let's drop one here. And then, yeah, do we want to drop one? No, we've already got a bus route coming up here. We'll drop one at the end of the street. There we go. That's good there. And those buses, they're about 1,000 years old, so we might as well upgrade them at the same time. So that's good. So we've got we've probably got 2 new city circles in there, really. Let's have a look. We want to go, autosave's doing things. So we'll start here, we'll head down this way, and then we'll go around the block like this. Probably have too many bus stops, but, you know, better too many than not enough. So then we wanted you to swing around this way, and then come up through the center of town to restart the route there at the station. And what do we figure north was? North was this way. So what would that be? That would be the eastern suburbs route, I guess. So this is Lakewood Eastern Loop. And what direction is that? That's clockwise. Very good. So we'll now do another one going in the opposite direction. Hopefully we've built enough bus stops that actually works first go. Fingers crossed. We'll drop that down there. And then he wants to come all the way around to here. Good, he's figured it out. If we can loop in like that. And back to Spring Street. Perfect. Look, I've hit the wrong button there. That's my bad. That was the Windows button, not the correct button we wanted to push. So that was Lakewood Eastern Loop, anti-clockwise. Very good. That's fantastic. So now we need to send some buses out on that route, don't we? Very good. Let's have a look. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 should do. And that is Lakewood Eastern Loop AC. Remember, we just built them on AC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many did I build on the last one? 6 or 8? 6. Good. Okay. 30-second memory in action there. So that would be Lakewood Eastern Loop CW. Do we only have the one city circle in Lakewood proper? Let's have a look. Buses, please. Yes. Okay. So which direction does that go? Because that's become quite a busy route from the looks of it. I mean, the town's definitely expanded. That is clockwise. Okay. So we'll make that clockwise there, and we'll make a counter route to that. Let's just bring this up here. Let's make sure we keep that visible there. Close that there, and now we just need its opposite number going the other way. So down there to 6th Street. Why would you not just go around the block? Seriously. Why? He knows how to do it. Why do you have to reverse there? Hey, why do you got to be like that? Let's try that again. Start there, go to there, then go to there. Okay, so we need to somehow keep him... Oh, I see why he's turning around, because there's not a bus stop on that side of the road. Sorry, that's my bad. Blaming the buses when it's clearly a TNIC issue. Let's just try that again. Yeah, see, there you go. Now he's figured it out, mostly because I'm an idiot. In fact, I'd say entirely because I'm an idiot. Yes, okay, so we obviously need to put bus stops on the correct side of the road at all of these, because some idiot didn't plan ahead. Drop that one in there. There we go. Now we've got a correct counterpart to the clockwise loop. So that is Lakewood City Circle anti-clockwise there. And how many vehicles do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For some reason I missed them when I was replacing vehicles. I have no idea how. We'll replace all of them, and we'll buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the counter loop. Where are we? We're at Lakewood, and that is this nice salmon-coloured route we just built. Good. So now Lakewood has gone from having one piddly little city circle route to having a massive fleet of buses to serve it and its constituent suburbs. We got some nice growth down along the railway line here. This is good. And we're expanding outwards towards Lakewood North. Hang on, I thought north was that way. No, it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out again in good time. Plenty of people waiting here for the Southern Highlands line too. Could that use an improvement? Well, it's only got the one train on it. And it's eking out a profit. Well, accidentally clicked on someone's door. Sorry. So the only choke point for the Southern Highlands line will be Orlando, because we only built the one track station down here. So let's go ahead and upgrade that to 2. That should be fine. Yes, please, and thank you. And then we need to connect up down here. Oh, please get in. Oh, it just fits in. Oh, that is very close to not fitting around the freight station there. Wacko, we've done a good job there. So let's get rid of that signal there because, well, it's in my way. And you're going to connect up smoothly? No, of course not. That'd be way too much to ask, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, why would I expect... I have no right to expect anything to connect up properly. No, that's fine. So what we might need to do is just sort of scooch the junction down. So I will have to hit pause for that, just in case we upset any of our trains. So we'll get rid of a couple of signals there. Now, even though that fit perfectly, I'm still going to try and... No, we'll try and squeeze it in this way. There we go. That's a nice smooth junction you got going on there. Thank you for noticing. So now we've just got to put in a set of points up here. Much better. And then set of points down like that. There we go. So everyone now crosses over nicely. And I'm aware I've broken things. I'm going to unbreak them in a minute. So now you cross over down there so we can bring you in here. This is a bit round the sun to meet the moon, but we'll figure it out. So now, why did I put that track there? Because I needed to. That's fine. So he comes across, which means we can get rid of this set of points here. Very good. We can get rid of this signal here. I don't know why I got rid of that signal there. That's not the signal I meant to remove. It was this signal here I meant to remove. Good work, me. What are we up to? 1928. It's nearly time to put colour light signals in. In fact, I think we have been putting colour light signals in. Now this has to be put in as a one-way, so we can't use the fun searchlight signal for that, which is disappointing. We can put one in here because... No, that does need to be one way as well. Never mind, sorry, my bad. No, just get rid of the... Just the signal. Okay, you know what, it's fine. I'm sure the trains will figure it out. It's A-okay. So now we also need a signal down here. Kablamo. That probably should be one way, but I'm sure the trains will figure it out themselves. We've already got signals up there. We did have a signal down here that we removed. That does need to be one way, as does this signal here. Cool. Let's just make them one way signals there as well. I should probably put one coming out of the tunnel as well, and that does need to be one way as well. There you go. Good. Now I should fix the Southern Highlands line because obviously it wants to use the wrong platform. So the first time you come through Orlando, you are now using platform 2, and everything is hunky-dory. You are quite happy with your lot in life. Now, we need to put another train on that route. Where is the train we have now? What does it look like? Is it a nice train? Are we friendly with it? It is a one mogul with 4 carriages. That's fine. Let's just build another one of them before the mogul goes out of fashion, because I'm fairly sure that's going to happen sooner rather than later. We'll just go with the Clerestory cars again because, well, they seem to fit. Now that is the Southern Highlands line. So, sir, please go forth and supplement our existing service. And the Southeastern branch is actually quite popular too. We've got 4 trains on that route, and it is doing quite well for itself. So I'm quite happy with that as well. And it looks like, well, that's quite a steep hill up to the forest. I did not realise how steep that was. That's 133 logs. What's your capacity, Mr. Log Train friend? A lot. So that should be fine. We're not hurting for capacity on that line there. 50 million in the bank. Boy, we can afford to make some stupid decisions, can't we? Where are all these tools trying to go? Most of them trying to go into Lakewood, so we should probably up the ante on that route as well. Lakewood Tools Deliveries, another couple of trucks there, please. Lakewood Tools Deliveries. Lakewood is becoming quite a large town regarding commercial because we've got food coming in, we've got tools coming in. The only thing we're missing for the commercial is goods. Oh, no, sorry, goods coming from that factory there. They're missing out on food, though, so we need to try and increase the food deliveries in there. Plenty of machines coming in. Obviously, they could use bricks and fuel, but, well, we could all use lots of things, so they can just deal with that. So that should be fine there. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? Oh, we didn't put the signals back on the line that we balked up here, so we should probably go ahead and put some signals down as well, just to try and space out those trains a bit more. No, there. Put the signal there. Good, so that should keep him moving up the hill as well. Off he goes. Are you bringing 16 food? That Minneapolis freight is clearly doing well for itself. How's that cattle line doing that we just set up? So there's cattle coming out of here. That's a good sign. Are we moving the cattle from here? 32, okay. Are there any trains in the area? There's one up here. How much cattle are you hauling up the hill? I.e., can we put more trucks on? 32 and 2 tools. Okay, so some of the tools are making it past Minneapolis. That's good. We do have quite a large distribution network, so those 2 factories up there, we are going to have to keep an eye on production and make sure that we really maximize how much freight we're getting out of them, because they do seem to be the center of our goods and tools delivery network. So obviously we've got it coming out of here on the Boston Interstate Freight and the Minneapolis Interstate Freight there. And we do have a little bit of freight waiting. Most of it does seem to still be going into Lakewood, which is why I want to keep pumping more steel, plastic, and planks into that region. So we got a bit of steel waiting down here and a bit of slag. Has a steel train just left? What are we looking at? So you're the slag train coming back in. Yeah, you still haven't actually left with a full train of slag yet. I was wondering why you were hauling coal, but that's okay. So plenty of capacity for slag there. The steel train, oh yeah, he did leave, didn't leave completely full, so that's fine. And you know what that means? We can increase capacity. So the iron ore train here seems to have hit its limit. You have no interest in increasing production. The coal train, however, we can increase. So I don't want to upset the balance at the steel mill. So let's have a look. We got exactly the same amount of coal and iron ore stored. So I'm not sure why the iron ore mine has slowed down when the coal mine hasn't. The steel mill's clearly quite happy to keep accepting iron ore. Very confused about that. Because I don't want to put an extra train on the iron ore line, on the coal line rather, and not the iron ore line, because, well, obviously that will cause problems. Now your orders are to full load there. Okay, so we will have a backlog if there's an iron ore train trying to load and another one comes up to this signal here behind him. So that's something we've got to watch out for. Rather than increase trains to these, I might actually try and plumb in another coal mine and iron ore mine. So where are we looking for those? I know we have iron ore down here. Do we have coal? Where do we have coal? If we get the iron ore here, we can easily bring that down on the existing line. We may have to increase the size of this station though. Yippee! Trying to figure out how I built that. It's going to be fun. Hooray! Where else can we get coal from? We've got coal up here, but that would be a fairly convoluted route to get it through Mount Importance back down on this line. We'd have a series of Y junctions set up. In fact, we've got iron ore right here. That's even easier. Not sure where we get more coal. We might just be able to put another coal train on. Let's be honest. Let's do that now, and then we'll worry about the iron ore mine in the next episode. So if we've got the single track coming in here, we need a place for the coal train to wait, just in case we double up on the old coal trains and they're trying to load at the same time. Again, we don't want the same problem where we've got a coal train backed up into the iron ore line. So run a loop in there. That's a-okay. Now this searchlight signal here should be fine. And down here we've already got the one-way signal there. And he's already figured out which way he wants to go because he's a smart cookie. Aren't you a smart cookie? Yes, you are. We'll leave that there. We'll just make it a one-way signal. That's what we'll do there. So, a second coal train's on the cards, or even just a bigger coal train. I mean, this thing can haul a heck of a lot, and it's only a fairly flat line. So how long a station do we build here? This is, oh gosh, 160? No, it's 120. No, hang on, it's 200 plus 120, so it's 320 meters. So we need to come up with a train that's 320 metres. We'll go the Mikado again. I like the Mikado. And we'll go 320 metres of coal wagons. Yeah. I'm sure this is going to be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I just realised I put that passing loop in for literally no reason. Drop a caboose on the back. That's 310 metres. Would it be greedy to say we can... Yes, okay, it would be greedy. Oh, now I've got to get rid of it off the end. That's just... No, okay. No, that's moving the wagon to the back. Okay. How do I make this window bigger? Nope, that's definitely not what I wanted to click on. Let's just delete the train start again. Okay. So we know this time we don't want to take it too far. Story of my life. So we want to go to about 280 odd meters here. Yep, that'll do. And then we want to drop a caboose on the back. Now it's probably too short, but you know what? I'll take it. So replace him. That's 6.3 million. That's good. So that coal train will expand, and then next part we will set about connecting up either this iron ore mine here, which occurs to me might be a bit difficult with the way the railway lines are built, or this one down here, which is going to be arguably a hell of a lot easier because it's all completely flat. But yeah, next time, iron ore, more passenger trains or buses or I don't know, something. We're going to keep having fun and keep smashing out some more Transport Fever on the American free game map. But until then, I've been T-Nick. Obviously, this has been Transport Fever. I'd like to thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I look forward to your company next week. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, later days.